guys, this is everything you need to know before supercharging your Honda Civic Si. So I am currently running a Kraftwerks Supercharger kit. I put about 20,000 miles on the Supercharger kit and I absolutely had zero issues. So I love these kits because of how simple these kits are. It took me about 2.5 hours to install it. Not complicated at all. It just has the intercooler piping, the blower, some brackets, the manifold. Let's just start off by saying that these superchargers can push around the 600 wheel horsepower mark with the right pulley and crank pulley combination. I've been having this kit on my car for about a year. I put about 20,000 miles on it without a problem. I get about 28 miles per gallon when I'm not on the gas, and I get about maybe 18 in the city, which is fairly decent with the supercharger. These Kraftwerks Supercharger cost about $4,900 from K-Series parts. It comes with literally everything besides the Flash Pro and the fuel pump. So as far as maintenance, change your oil every maybe 1,500 to 2,000 miles. Check your oil very frequently because if you're pushing boost, you want to make sure that you're doing pulls on clean oil. This supercharger kit is actually advertised as 380 horsepower, so that's about, I don't know, maybe 350-ish to the wheel. That's paired with a skunk 2 header and a skunk 2 exhaust. So obviously I'm not running that. I'm running a Vibrant catback exhaust and a NVIDIA header. So a lot of people ask, how much PSI can you push on this blower? And if I'm being honest, I don't know the answer to it, but all I know is you could push around 600 wheel horsepower with the right pulley combination. So let me explain. So right now I have a 100mm supercharger pulley on my supercharger. So it comes with the 110mm, so with the 100mm it's a little bit smaller. And the crank pulley that's on the bottom is actually a little bigger, so it's not the Z3 crank pulley, it's actually the Acura TSX crank pulley. So it's from a K24, which is a little bit bigger. So with the bigger crank pulley and a smaller supercharger pulley, you're gonna push more boost out. So since I'm pushing about 370 to the wheel on the supercharger, has 20,000 miles on the supercharger, as I said. Another thing that you need is a clutch, an upgraded clutch. So the clutch that I'm running is a stage 4 clutch. Without the clutch, you won't be able to put down the power, if you know what I mean. So definitely do the upgrade and get a stage 4, stage 3 clutch. Another thing, guys, more power is more problems. All right, guys, security just kicked me out, so I'm go to a different spot real quick. Someone said, I heard it's bad to bounce off the rev limiter with these kits. Is it true? To be honest, I've been bouncing the rev limiter off my blower for quite some time and nothing happened. So how much horsepower can it take? The max. So the max horsepower it could probably take on this blower, I would probably say 600 to the wheel. But obviously you could get the blower built and stuff like that, and you can push more power. Someone said, how you got it? I just bought it from K-Series parts, so just hit them up and spend like $5,000 on it. What makes you go with Kraftwerks instead of TVS or Comtech? The other superchargers, they're really good, but the reason why I went with Kraftwerks is because I love the way it sounds and the simplicity of this kit. And I know that I can make like around 600 to the wheel. Someone said, is it good for a daily? It for sure is good for a daily. Like I said, I put about 20,000 miles on this kit and I had no problems. Would you say it's better than a turbo kit? I mean, I love the instant power to it and the simplicity, as I said, but as far as the turbo kit, it has its pros and cons. I mean, you have its benefits and stuff like that, but I wouldn't really say it's better than a turbo kit, but I would say that it's kind of in its league, I guess. Anything you suggest changing that comes with the kit? I would just change the pulley, and that's about it. Change the pulley, go up a little bit more in boost, and you should be golden. It'll be a perfect daily. How much gains? So the horsepower gains, you could probably, I mean, stock is maybe about 170 to the wheel or something. So if you're gonna be making like 370-ish, 380-ish to the wheel, that's a big gain. Is it honestly worth it? Yes, it's for sure worth it. I mean, I love this car. It gets a lot of attention, and it's very, very unique. You don't really see a lot of Hondas like these nowadays, especially with the supercharger like this. Someone said, how long does it take to install? It took me like me and my buddy maybe like 2.5 hours, 3 hours. It's really easy kit to install. That's why if you're in California, you get stay rev. Guess what? Just take it off, put it back to stock, do what you gotta do, and then put the kit back on. It's all good. Is it carb legal? It is not carb legal, so if I get pulled over, I'm getting stay revved. Well, I'm not gonna get pulled over because I'm obviously in Mexico most of the time, so it's all good. Do you still have the OEM tranny? Yes, I do. This transmission has 232,000 miles, but I do have a stage 4 clutch, so I feel like that kind of helps out a little bit. But yeah, it's original transmission. Does it fit a K24? Yes, a lot of people K24A2 swap their engine, and once they swap the engine, the supercharger still fits. It's just the hood kind of hits the blower a little bit, you guys can see, so they gotta put some hood spacers on it, but other than that, it pushes more power with the K24. Before we go, guys, I'm gonna rev it a little bit, so see how you guys like it.